I think this gentleman has hit the nail on the head. I think the problem is really quite fundamental. I don't think it's to do with the financial crisis. I think it is a fundamental alienation from politics for two main reasons. First of all, the politicians of the three main parties have been in a kind of collusion over many years to talk to an agenda which is not the agenda of ordinary people. And so the things that really, really matter to ordinary people somehow never get talked about. That's the first thing.
What kind of things?
Well, things like immigration and things like Europe, to name but two. The second thing, which is related, is the complete collapse of trust, because everyone can see that the leaders of all mainstream parties spout empty promises all the time. It's always, you know, jam tomorrow. And even when they tell us that they're telling us hard truths, you start counting your spoons, don't you? Because you know that they're not telling you the truth at all. It's all to do with calculation. And the reason for that, it seems to me, is that, and this is not just a problem in Britain, it's a problem in the Western world. There's a complete absence of leadership. By which I mean, if a leader actually believes something as a set of principles, and has the moral courage to stand by those principles even though they make him or her very unpopular, then you trust that person to mean what that person says. We can all see that all the leaders of the mainstream parties have not done that. They go to the focus groups. They say to the focus groups, what would you like us to give you? And the focus groups say, jam today, tomorrow and yesterday, please. And they get up and they say, you know what? We're going to have jam tomorrow. And then, amazingly, it doesn't happen, and everyone can see that they have just said what is expedient. There is no principle. It is all opportunist. And I think that is the point. If we had leaders, a leader, who actually had the moral courage to say, this is what I believe, I really do think we are facing these complexities. I cannot promise you this and that. I am telling you what needs to be done. And if one can see that that is actually coming out of principle, that that is itself not an artificially confected hard truth to win votes, then I think it would be a different matter.
Nigel Farage, you got? Nigel Farage? Who's
Nigel
your man?
Farage. What?
Well, I'm just asking who your person is.
I don't have a person.
You don't? Doug Alexander, briefly.